think about it all the time. I really do. Ever since I'd seen some things before, but when I saw this orb, I guess it's called an orb. It was so close. It was within, 500-600 feet, something like that, and real bright. Had an electronic look to it. No prop wash, no sound. When I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Am I seeing something from another world? It seemed like so unearth-like, how the thing was, flying, for lack of a better term. It was a constant speed, and it was weird. It was real windy that night. It was real fucking windy, like 25-mile-an-hour winds. The thing that I was thinking of, I remember I was outside with a dog. The neighbor kid next door, he saw the thing too. But I remember I was outside with the dog, and I can't remember which dog I was out here with. It's strange. It was so shocking seeing the damn thing. It was like, after it started going that way towards Watkins Glen, I was like, what do I do? If I had to do it over again, I would have chased it in the car and grabbed my phone. Or, the phone really doesn't document shit at a distance at night. It just doesn't work very well. But, it was shocking, and like, I'm hoping, I swear to God, I hope this summer, I see it again, something like this again. It was one of those things that I remember after I saw it, I was sort of freaked out. I was freaked out. I went back to Brooklyn, and then coming back up here, I was like, I can't explain it. I was a little uneasy. It was that weird. It was so obvious that it was flying or whatever, however it was functioning, didn't have anything to do with like our physical world. There was no prop wash, there was no sound. There's nothing like this in the US, military's arsenal. Unless they are in cahoots with the aliens, not the Russians. Maybe Trump would know. But it was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. I'm always out in my backyard, like, looking. I'm constantly looking. But when that night that I saw it from a distance. I saw it as like this really bright red light coming towards me, like really steady. And, it was crazy. It was like the lights moved up. It wasn't like a drone. It wasn't a drone. It was spherical. It was like this ball. Size-wise, if I had to guess, I would say it would be like in volume the size of a small compact car, but spherical. It's fucking weird. It was weird. Now I'm looking for it. I'm outside all the time looking for it. Something like that. I would be fine if before I died there's a giant ship over DC. That'd be cool. What a way to go. We're all going to be enslaved by the aliens. The lights are coming on and off. And actually in the whole area. And there's some kind of sound like a transformer's blowing. Something weird's going on. Hope it's not Bigfoot. Yeah, see? Shit. The aliens. It happened last night. I was inside my barn, taking care of my miniature milking cows and my herd of micro donkeys, and I heard something going on out in this field, and I looked out the window, and that's when I saw it. And you know, it was a UFO with like planting 6 different Bigfoot in the field out here. Let's go up in my barn and I'll show you where I saw it from and what I saw. It was terrifying. So I heard this like whoosh sound, right? And then I looked out, and then can you see this kind of like circle that's in the ground out here? That's where the Bigfoot were. The UFO was directly above them, and then the Bigfoot were placed around the circle. There were like 6 or 7 of them, and I couldn't tell. I was terrified. I didn't want to go down there any closer. I mean, that's very close. So they were placed like evenly around this circle, and they were all like in a fetal position. And each time one was placed, there was like, from the UFO, it was very high up, but there was like this like beam of light that would come down, and then on the ground after the beam of light would go up, there would be like a Bigfoot in the fetal position. And the strangest thing about it was like I was looking at it, and you know, at a point I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Because it'd be in a fetal position, but their head would be moving, right? And then there was one like there were a couple of them actually facing me, and I could see what they were doing with their head in the fetal position. What they were doing was they were giving themselves blowjobs. I swear to God, I know it sounds fucking weird, but that's what was happening, at least with the male Bigfoot. And it looked like there were female Bigfoot too that were sort of in the fetal position doing the same thing. Now, what it looked like, this is the truth. It really gets weird, because you wouldn't think that like a mammal, like a primate, could bend like that, but they were in a fetal position like a dog would be. You know how a dog will lick its own wiener? That's what the fucking Bigfoot were doing down there. They were licking their genitalia. The male and the female were all doing it. Now, I watched this for a while, and it was about 25 or 30 minutes, and I didn't want to leave. I wanted to go get my camera, but I was like, well, if I leave, then I won't see what happens. And then after about 25 or 30 minutes of them licking their genitalia, they all kind of stood up and then just walked into the woods that way. It was terrifying. I don't know if this is some kind of weird portal or something, but you can see there's like a crop circle type thing down there that was left. Can you all see that? Let me put the camera out there farther. I hope that you all can see this. Can you see that? It left a crop circle where the Bigfoot were placed. Terrifying stuff going on here. It's terrifying stuff. I don't really feel safe, and after it happened, I did call the police. I called the authorities, and once again, they just sort of laughed at me and said there is no such thing as aliens, and nobody else reported a UFO. But I'm telling you what I saw, and now there's a crop circle here. So I saw a UFO, we have a crop circle, and Bigfoot. I'm terrified. I really don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I'll tell you one thing, I am sleeping with a loaded shotgun, and I don't even know if that would work. You know, come on, it's an alien. You know, they have ray guns and shit. You know what I'm talking about? This is a terrifying situation. I mean, we have crop circles, UFOs, Bigfoot, Chupacabra. There's all kinds of paranormal activity going on here, and you call the police, and they just say that there is no such thing. If you ask me, it sounds like a government cover-up. The government must know that this kind of stuff is going on. You would think that they would want to do something about it. Now, the strangest thing was this morning, when I let the herd of donkeys out, there were a couple guys back here in the field, all dressed in black. I don't know who they were or what and I tried to talk to them, and they didn't say anything. They just walked off, and that was it. I'm worried. I'm very worried. For sure, is the Bigfoot are very flexible. They must have some kind of bendable vertebrae. Maybe they stiffen up as they get older or something. It seemed like it was a birthing that was going on. I'm not sure. I'm just a Bigfoot researcher. I know very little about UFOs, but I think I better start studying up. The strangest thing about the whole incident was the licking of the genitalia. I still, like, what was that? It's like, it didn't seem sexual. It seemed more like something to do with the Bigfoot being born. You know, it really didn't seem sexual. It just seemed like they were sort of like a dog licking its wiener.